The camera pans over a dense forest, the trees swaying gently in the wind. The sun is setting, casting eerie shadows across the ground. A voiceover begins. Deep in the heart of the Whispering Woods, a legend lingers, a tale of a curse that has haunted the village for centuries. They say that those who enter the woods at dusk never return, their voices merging with the whispers of the trees. Scene 1: The village. Cut to a small, isolated village. The camera zooms in on a group of villagers gathered around a fire, their faces etched with fear. An old man, the village elder, speaks to the group. Listen closely. The Whispering Woods are not just trees and shadows. They are alive. They hunger for the souls of the lost. Last week, young Thomas went in, and he was never seen again. The villagers murmur nervously, glancing toward the dark outline of the forest. Scene 2: The Dare. Introduce our protagonist, a skeptical young woman named Lily, who is visiting the village. She scoffs at the elder's warnings. This is just superstition. I'll prove it. I'll spend a night in the woods. Her friends, Mark and Sarah, try to dissuade her, but Lily's determination is unwavering. I'll be fine. I'll take my camera and document everything. Just a bunch of trees, right? Scene 3: Entering the woods. As dusk falls, Lily grabs her backpack and heads toward the forest. The camera follows her, capturing her bravado as she steps into the thick foliage. The atmosphere changes. The air feels charged. A thick fog begins to roll in, swallowing the last remnants of daylight. Scene 4: The first night. Lily sets up her camp near a large oak tree, its gnarled branches stretching like skeletal hands. As she records her thoughts on camera, strange noises fill the air, rustling leaves, distant whispers. Suddenly, she hears her name being called, soft and melodic. Lily. Confused, she looks around but sees nothing. Shaking off the unease, she huddles in her sleeping bag, trying to ignore the chilling sensation creeping up her spine. Scene 5: A Dark Awakening. In the dead of night, Lily is jolted awake by a loud crash. Her camera rolls, capturing her frantic movements as she peers into the darkness. The whispers grow louder, almost urgent now. Lily, come to us. Terrified, she fumbles for her flashlight, its beam slicing through the darkness. Shadows dance around her, twisting and turning as if alive. Panic sets in, and she decides to leave her campsite, but the forest seems to shift around her, disorienting her sense of direction. Scene 6: The Haunting Realization. As she wanders deeper, the whispers transform into anguished cries, pleas for help, voices of the lost. She begins to realize she is not alone. The spirits of those who have vanished linger here, trapped. In a clearing, she finds remnants of old belongings, faded photographs, a child's toy, all belonging to those who never returned. Her heart races as the realization sinks in. The woods are a graveyard for the lost souls. Scene 7: The Chase. Suddenly, she feels a cold breath on her neck. Spinning around, she sees a shadowy figure looming just beyond the trees, its features obscured. She bolts, heart pounding, branches tearing at her clothes as she runs blindly through the dark. The whispers morph into laughter, echoing in her mind. Join us, Lily. Scene 8: The Confrontation. She stumbles into a circle of twisted trees, the ground littered with bones. In the center stands the figure, now clearer, a woman, her face twisted in anguish, eyes hollow. You should not have come here, the figure hisses, her voice a chilling whisper. We were once like you, curious, defiant. Now we are bound to this place. Lily's camera falls, capturing the haunting visage. She turns to run but finds herself surrounded by shadowy figures, their hands reaching out, pleading and accusatory. Scene 9: The Escape. Desperation fuels her flight. She crashes through the underbrush, following the faint glimmer of moonlight that breaks through the trees. With every step, the whispers grow fainter, as if the woods themselves are letting her go. Finally, she bursts out of the forest, collapsing on the edge of the village, gasping for breath. Scene 10: The Aftermath. As dawn breaks, she gathers herself, trembling. The village elder watches her, a knowing look in his eyes. "You're lucky, child. Many have tried to escape the curse." But as she turns to leave, she feels a cold hand on her shoulder. Looking back, she sees a reflection of herself in the forest, one with hollow eyes and a sorrowful smile. Final scene, the warning. The camera fades to black, then opens on the village again. The elder speaks to the camera, warning future generations. "Beware the whispering woods. The lost are always watching, waiting for the next curious soul to wander in." Closing scene. The video ends with the screen fading to black and the faint sound of whispers echoing, leaving the audience with an unsettling chill.